guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be getting into some of our favorite books for babies slash toddlers. And there were going to be 10 of them, but while I was going through and getting the 10 for the video, I found a couple extras that I couldn't cut from the list. So there's a few bonus in here, but let's get into them. Okay, so the very first one that I'm going to be getting into is a book that I love more than my daughter loves, and that is Love You Forever. I know this is a super popular book, but this book makes me cry like every single time. It is just such a beautiful book, but it is definitely one that I read like at bedtime because it is way too long for Aurora to get all the way through right now. She isn't really in the stage where she wants to hear the story. She wants like the short, quick, rhymey books. So this one is a little long, but I just had to mention it because I love it. And like I said, I read it at bedtime, and I read it like when I'm like rocking her or something and she falls asleep, and yet I don't want to put her down quite yet because I don't want her to wake up. Like, I'll grab this one because I like to read it. The second one is actually like my husband's favorite, and it's One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. He used to read this to my stepkids when they were younger, and so we got this so he could read it to Aurora. And again, this one is a little long. She doesn't really get through the whole thing, but she does like to get into sections, and she likes the rhyminess of it and like the colors and stuff. So this is another favorite. Now getting into my daughter's favorite. So this one is it's very well loved. She decided to go crazy on it when she was teething one day. But this is Moo Ba La La La. And my daughter knows this whole book. And it's super cute. Like, you read it and then she'll read it. And it's just a really cute book. It's very short and not a lot of words, good pictures. And it has animals and animal noises, which she really likes. All right, so the next one is actually my daughter's. It was her first favorite book. We've read this, I don't even know how many times, and I've talked about it before, but it's The Pout Pout Fish. And my daughter's always really liked things that had fish in them. I'm not really sure why, but she really liked this book. Again, it's relatively short, it's kind of rhymey, and this actually has a whole series of books. We have a handful of the others, and not that these are bad, but the original one is definitely the best. If you're going to get any other one, I would get this Pout Pout Fish Undersea Alphabet. It just goes through the alphabet, but it's like a touchy-feely. So I really like this one as well, but all of these other offshoots just, I don't know, it's not that, like I said, it's not that they're bad, it's just they're not a favorite. So the original and the alphabet are the best ones. The next one is another one that my daughter knows so well that she like says the next page before they even get to it. But Brown Bear, What Do You See is the current book that my husband is reading my daughter every single night. And it's an Eric Carle book. I don't know if you know who that is, but it's just very short, colors, pictures, animals is kind of the vibe, really short. Just another really good one. Basically all of Eric Carle's books are good. I just don't have very many of them, but I remember them from when I was a kid. The next one is another book that is my daughter loves this book. This is probably her favorite right now. I've probably said that about like 3 of them because we read lots of books a day. Like, books are a very serious thing in my household. I will insert a picture here of our like library that we have. So we don't just read like one book to my daughter a day, we read like 8. But The Very Hungry Caterpillar, such a good book. It's another Eric Carle one, and it's very worn and well loved because we read it so much. But it has like these cool pages in it. It has like holes through the pages. And again, this is another super popular one, so you've probably heard of this one, but just in case you haven't, this one is so, so good. They also have like smaller versions that are like this and like a board book. So if you aren't quite ready for the loose pages, that one is good as well. And it still has the smaller pages and like the holes through it, even though it's a board book, so you don't lose that. And the next one is actually, like, this one's kind of a category, and it's because right now my daughter is like learning the ABCs, and so books that have the ABCs in them she really likes right now. And so the first one is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and I am really not gonna lie, this one is definitely not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but my daughter absolutely loves it, to the point where like I can get over the fact that it's not my favorite because she loves it so much. And I know other people say it's like their favorite book that they ever read their kids. So it's just, like I said, it's just not my favorite, but it's a really good book. The next one, going along with the alphabet theme, is actually something I just picked up at Walmart, and it's just called A is for Apple. And each page has the letter, and it has like little arrows for them to like draw. It's like, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It's like divoted in, so they can like draw the letter with their finger. And then each page also has a flap with another word that goes with that letter, and it just goes through the entire alphabet. It was just a relatively inexpensive, like I said, I picked it up at Walmart, and she really likes it. And the last one isn't necessarily the alphabet, but it's First 100 Words. I highly, highly recommend this book. This book has really expanded like the words that she knew, because we would go through this all the time. And so like at this point when we go through this book, I just point to things and ask her, what's that? And she will tell me. And then like I'll have her tell me the item, and then like I'll have her tell me like the colors, just to work on her words and colors and things. And it's just a really practical book, because it's a lot of like everyday, not necessarily that one, but like these pages are like actions and then like things that she sees like in our house. So I just really, really liked this book, and she knows basically every single word in this book. And I mean, Aurora talks a lot, and she is pretty, I think she's relatively easy to understand because I'm with her all the time, but even other people can understand quite a few things that she says, and she's like saying short sentences and stuff. And I just really think that this book really helped with that. And then another one that is actually something that I found just by chance on our family vacation. I found it in like a random like little small town grocery store. But it's the Complete Illustrated Children's Bible. And we have 2 or 3 different children's Bibles, and I understand like they want to keep it as short as possible and have pictures and keep their interest and stuff, but most of them, like, they just highlight like the top like 10 or 15 stories of the Bible. This one is really, really cool because this one actually goes through, let's see if let me get to the table, okay. This one actually goes through every single book of the Bible, and it has multiple pages, like, and it still has pictures. Let's see, it still has pictures. It's kind of heavy, sorry, that's why I had to readjust. But it still has pictures, and it'll have where exactly in the Bible each story is found. And it does keep the stories like on 2 pages still, but I just really liked that like it goes through like multiple, like each chapter of the Bible, basically it has a story for, instead of just like highlighting certain like popular Bible stories. So I absolutely love this. My sister is having a baby, and I actually bought this for my future niece. And so it will honestly probably be something that I gift from here on out, just because I think it's a beautiful book. And I just think it's a really good one. So this is something that once Aurora is a little bit older, she's like right on the cusp of liking stories. because she can kind of understand them now, but we will start reading these Bible stories like before bed or at some point during the day or something. And I just, like I said, I really love this one. And the very last one that I'm going to be talking about is actually something that would be really good since it's almost Christmas. It would be really good for Christmas, or I actually got this for my husband on Father's Day, but the company is Hooray Heroes. I don't know if you've seen, like, I got so many targeted ads for this book, but it is like, it's personalized to my my daughter and my husband, and you would never know it now, but when my daughter was a baby, she had like really reddish hair. I'll put a picture here, but that's why she has red hair. Like, this is supposed to look like my husband, and this is supposed to look like my daughter. And they have a handful of different books for you to choose from, but I chose this one because John, from the day that Aurora was born, he calls her little girl. And so I saw this one and knew I had to get it. But then you go through and like, you can write, like, I wrote this for him, and then it's like the dedication, and then you pick like a handful of stories that go through, and like the pages are customized. So like let me see, not every page, okay, but like this page, like it says Aurora, John, and then like Daddy. So it let you personalize all of that. So like, it doesn't have to say Daddy. Like, if like they call him Dada or Pop, or like whoever you're making it for, like, you can personalize this. I just think it's a really cool gift idea. It is like, John, he would hate if he knew I was telling you this, but he won't watch this. So he teared up when I gave him this book. Anyways, this is a really cool gift idea. The book is really pretty. It's really cute. Again, the stories are a little bit long for Aurora right now. The book itself is way too long for Aurora right now, but in the future, they will have this that they can read together. So I just really like that. So those are a handful of my favorite books. I literally had to limit myself because I just absolutely love books. I love kids' books. Like I said, we read to Aurora all the time. And I really do think that the amount that we've read to her has really benefited her talking so much, and the different words that we know or that she knows, and just all of that, which obviously, like, I feel like that's kind of common sense. Like, just because you read to your kid doesn't mean they're gonna like know a lot of words and like talk super soon or anything like that. But I do just know that there's a lot of stuff that Aurora would not know had she not read it in a book. I mean, it's the same for me and my husband. Like, my husband is like the king of random facts, and it's because he reads so much. But I hope that you liked this. I hope that you get some of these books and you like them. If you would like some more recommendations, let me know, because I could very easily do a part 2 to this. And there are a whole bunch of books that we have that aren't like mainstream books that I've just like randomly found at Walmart or Amazon or anything, that aren't the super popular ones. So I did try to select some of those today, but I do know that now that the like doing books instead of cards at baby showers, since that's become such a thing, I feel like there are a lot more popular baby books than there used to be. But yeah, so again, I hope that this was really helpful and that you like this. Please let me know what your guys' favorite books are, because I'm always buying new books, and I will see you next time. Bye.